Hello, it's Wednesday, 11 a.m. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Prevention TV. Our summer break is over. I hope you had a nice summer, and we, as the DTP team, are looking forward for the live Congress. It will be a very special Congress, especially considering the hybrid format that we have been using between March and November. But we are looking forward to the live Congress that directly after the bank holidays in Germany will take place in Hanover on October the 4th and the 5th. The agenda of this conference is very broad, and let me today point out the 7 panels that will be hosted at the Congress. Panel number 1 is about prevention in times of cannabis legalization. Are these empty words, something new, a new orientation? Panel 2 will be about children in the focus of prevention, and this is strongly related to our hot topic. Panel number 3, cybercrime. How can private internet users protect themselves effectively? Panel number 4, the question is, do we need new strategies for urban security and community prevention? Panel number 5 is about new approaches to preventing hate speech and threats, and of course, especially in the internet. Then panel number 6, what schools can learn from dealing with child sexual abuse for prevention today. And this has been organized in close collaboration with UBS KM. And panel number 7, now more than ever, prevention in times of crisis and disasters. And this is the perfect transition to the next 28th German Prevention Congress that will take place in Mannheim on the 12th and 13th of June 2023. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the evidence-based victim support. The Weissering, our partner organization in the field of victim support, and the Federal Criminal Police Office have set up a program and an award on how to support the victim care with scientific information. My name is Maria Wagner-Monse. I work in Mannheim in Weissering in the field of psychology, and I would like today to present the scientific approach. We are the greatest organization in the field of victim support. We support people after violence, and together with BKA, we want to reward scientists who are helping these people with their information and research. And this is very important in order to sensitize the public opinion. We want to focus the attention of the public on the victims and not on the perpetrators. This is very important, and it is important to set up a guide for the public. And this guide has to be based on scientific information, and that's why we have to resort to science. We support scientists from different disciplines, especially in the field of victim support, so they can resort to victimology, to criminology. They should talk about how to cope with their fate, how to prevent crime, and how to use psychology, law, media work, pedagogics, and we tackle topics, for example, how victims are treated in the media, what is needed in order to cope with one's fate and one's problems. It's a very broad-ranged topic, and that's why scientists are very important, and we have to consider that the needs of victims can be found in all the fields of the society, and that's why, together with the Criminal Police Office, we decided to set up this award that will be rewarded for the first time in 2023. And for scientists, it has to make sense. So we have €5,000 for the scientific essays and other qualifying papers, and the Young Talent Award, €3,000 for master and dissertation works. All the works and candidatures will be assessed by an independent jury made up of different disciplines, because it is important to have not only scientists, but also people from other fields, from the practical field. And this mix between science and practical fields can be found in the jury. Scientists can register on our website, and they can upload their dissertation with an abstract and with a resume. They can register until the 30th of September 2022. We're looking forward to young scientists in particular, because we think that this is an investment in the future. Well, first of all, thank you, Maria Wagner-Monses. And well, in this framework, let's have a look at the picture without words. Last week, ladies and gentlemen, in Hanover, the annual conference of the Lower Saxony Office for the Protection of the Constitution took place under the topic #Revolution, Current Dangers for Democracy and Prevention Solutions. The president of the authority, Bernard Witthout, said in this context, among other things, well, we can see that in Germany, there is a minority of people who are hardly accessible for democratic discourse anymore. This attitude is partly revealed in protests against government measures, especially during the pandemic. And in the course of time, some groups and individuals developed away from legitimate protests against individual measures towards a fundamental questioning and challenging of democratic procedures. A new form of anti-constitutionalism whose precursors can be found in past examples that you certainly remember, and which cannot be classified in the well-established categories of extremism. Extremist communication is today digital communication mostly. Contents are shared millions of times, can be downloaded everywhere and reach broad brackets of the population. And they lead to conspiracy theory, to hatred, and this can lead to radicalization, especially when communication occurs only within this filter bubbles and cannot be filtered or shared by other media anymore. And this is a development that we not only see, but we've also adapted our work in order to deal with this challenge in proper terms. We know that it is not only a fact of banning protests against government measures or to prohibit the freedom of opinion. It is important to protect the Constitution. This is our task, and we take it seriously. It is important to observe these parts of the population who tend to abuse the freedom of speech. And in this respect, legitimate protests reach their limits, and it is important to follow the guidelines of security officials and authorities. In the beginning of the show, I talked about how we are looking forward to the live Congress that will take place this year. If you want to register for the Congress, please do so. But now let's move on with our hybrid program. We have 3 interesting presentations and 3 interesting practical impulses. So have a nice listening and have a nice week. See you next week. Bye-bye.